Everybody. Hi. Ooh. Okay, something was falling. Hi guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is my internet great? Um Hi guys, please comment, let me know if you can see, hear me, you know, all of that. Hmm. Can you guys see me, hear me? I can't see anything. Hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Can you guys see me? I can't. Okay, let me open it on another device. I can't see if you guys can. Okay, great. I think there was a lag. I can see. Yeah, okay, hi. Yes, great. We're live. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. As you can see, I'm so happy and excited to be here on this live today. And I don't know why. My energy is high. My energy is very high. How are you guys doing? I'm so happy to be here. Um, so today we're talking about, okay, I need to be looking at the camera because my camera is in this direction. So it doesn't look like I'm looking somewhere else. Okay, hi guys. So today we're talking about Norway versus UK. I'm going to be talking across different topics, and I'm going to be explaining some things, within those topics, and then you guys can ask me questions. I'm going to try to be here for just 30 minutes. Okay, guys? I'm going to try to be here for just 30 minutes because I'm really hungry. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Hello from Turkey. Hello from Malaysia. Hi, Glody. Hi, Divine. Thank you guys for joining. Hi, Gina. Thank you. Okay, let's just get right into it. So, as you guys know, if you've been following it, this is not your first time on my channel. You would know that I'm currently enrolled as a master's student in Norway. But hello, Dr. Okaba. Hello from Ukraine. Hi. I'm currently doing my master's in Norway. I'm enrolled as a student in Norway, but I'm on exchange for 1 semester to the UK, right? And specifically, I'm in Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm in Newcastle Business School, right? Newcastle University, Newcastle Business School, same thing. Anyway, so I've been in Newcastle for a little bit over a month and some days. So I just wanted to like share my experience in terms of how Norway and UK are different, right? Because they are really different, really different. First of all, in the weather, it has already started snowing in some places in Norway. Snow has not fallen here. And I'm not looking forward to the snow or anything, but I'm just saying that's just like one of the examples. But anyway, let's get right into it, right? So the first thing I would like to say is, as you guys know, the first thing I'm going to talk about is money, the money areas, the money aspects. So the first thing about money is like the school fees. So as you guys know already, tuition in Norway is free across every level, from primary to PhD level. You're not going to pay any money, right? Apart from little semester fee, which is like very tiny. Education is free, right? But in the UK, unless you have a scholarship, education is costly, it's expensive. Okay, so depending on the university that you go, you're going to be paying between £5,000 to like £30,000, depending on the school that you pick and the course that you're doing and all of that. So education in terms of school fees in the UK is expensive, right? It's expensive. So a little bit off of that, there's something I remember that I didn't previously really plan to talk about, because I've talked about it a few times before, is like the post-study work visa. So as you know that UK has recently increased the post-study work visa, no, post-study visa rather, post-study visa time to 2 years. So if you're studying in the UK, when you graduate, you can stay for 2 years, to try to get a job, work, and all of that. But in Norway, you have only 1 year. So this is another difference. So I'm already on the differences. Like, this is number 2 now. You have only 1 year. Then if you don't get a job, they're gonna kick you out. And by job, I mean not just like the kind of job I shared last week. You hope you watched that video from last week where I shared how I did housekeeping and I almost broke my leg and my back trying to earn some dollars. But anyway, it has to be like a normal like job that is most likely like probably or preferably tied to what you studied, or at least a professional, okay, more like a professional job. You have to get it within that 1 year period, else you won't be able to renew your visa, unless if you like go to school again or something. Anyway, moving on to the next point. So the next thing I want to talk about is living expenses. So I'm going to first start from student housing, right? So the first thing, okay, I'm just checking through the chat to see if there's anything. Okay, nothing yet. Like a question. So the first thing I'm going to talk about for living expenses is for the day-to-day living expenses. I can't really say for sure which is more expensive, you know, in terms of like day-to-day living, because I've been here for a month, and you know that when you just move to a place, you do like a lot of heavy spending in terms of setting up, you know, settling into your apartment, buying utensils, you know, maybe like bed sheet, duvet, and all of that, all those kind of things. So when you first arrive in a place, the expenses are kind of a bit on the high side, you know. But if I want to compare it with when I got to Norway, I don't think there's any much difference, honestly, in terms of living expenses. I don't think there's really any much. I mean, in terms of day-to-day expenses. But now let's talk about rent, because rent is a huge part of what you're going to be paying after you like maybe get an admission and you're in which of the country, any of the either of the countries. Oh goodness, and you're in either of the countries, right? Rent. So here in Newcastle, the thing is, the place that I'm staying, okay, let me give you guys a bit of backstory. You know, I said that I am on exchange for 1 semester, and in on the exchange program, they are paying us monthly, right, for the exchange. And I think is around, I keep forgetting if it's 400 or 450. I know that some euros, some countries is 400, but I know that for UK is different. Now I don't remember if it's 400 or 450 euros that they're paying us per month, because they gave us like, they paid it lump sum, so they'll pay you everything apart from, no, they'll pay you almost everything. They won't pay you for the last month. When you get back to your home country, they'll pay you for the final month. So I don't really remember exactly, and I got the money in Norwegian krona, so I can't do the quick maths in my head right now. But anyways, around that price. So when I applied to Newcastle and they gave me the admission for the exchange, they sent options for accommodation and all that. And I was looking at all the options. I'm like, you don't really have money like that. You need to, I was very tempted to pick, very nice apartments and all of that. Not like my apartment is not nice. Let's say it's average. It's just there, There were apartments that were like twice as nice, like really nice, but I didn't want to pick them. I wanted a situation where the money that Erasmus was paying me will cover for my rent at least 90%, if not 100% of it. That was what I wanted to achieve. I didn't want a case where I had to pay any extra money on rent, so I went for the cheapest options available. And I used school students or accommodation service provided by the school. I didn't do private, because anyway, that private talk is for another day. Anyway, so the option that I picked were options that I was not in. I don't have my own personal bathroom and toilet or kitchen. So I have my room to myself, but I'm sharing my kitchen and I'm sharing my bathroom and toilet. Yes, I am. When I was in Norway, funny enough, when I was picking my accommodation for Norway, I was like, no, I can't share bathroom, or I have to have my own something. See me now in UK, my eye are open. I'm trying to save money. But this bathroom thing is going to play a part in the expenses that I want to emphasize on, right? Okay, so for my entire rent from September that I got here, and I didn't come at the beginning of September, I came like second week, but like September to January, my rent is like 1,652 pounds ish, and I wrote that down in krone is like around 19,000 krona for 4 months, right? 4 months. So look at it too, and I'm sharing bathroom and toilet, and I'm sharing kitchen, right? But when I was in Norway, my rent was okay. My first apartment, let me break it down. My first apartment in Norway, I was staying, like I told you guys now, where I was doing, I can't share bathroom and toilet, etc. I had my first apartment, I had my own kitchen in my apartment, and I had my own bathroom and toilet, right? So I was not sharing anything. It was like a self-contained thing. And that's the video, that's the room that I showed you guys on my student accommodation video. If you've not watched it, go and check out my student accommodation video in Norway. That's the room that I showed you guys. So that apartment cost me 5,000 krona per month. So if we're going to look at it in terms of 4 months, that means that is like 20,000 krona per month. And here I'm paying 19,000 krona per month. So it's just 1,000 krona difference. And there I had my bathroom and toilet and my kitchen. But here I don't have my own personal bathroom, I don't have personal toilet, I don't have my own kitchen to myself. Do you see? So in terms of the rent right now, where I am is more expensive than my Norwegian apartment. Because I had moved out of that apartment I was staying anyway. And I moved to another apartment that I was paying 3,750 per month. I had my own bathroom and toilet in my room, but I was sharing kitchen. Even at that, if we're looking at that amount, is still less, and I still had my own personal bathroom and toilet. So do you see? So for rent, I think that in terms of rent, UK is more expensive, and Newcastle is even cheap in terms of rent compared to other places. Like if you're in London, for instance, you're not going to see this kind of rent to pay. It's going to be more expensive than this. So for rent, Norway is cheaper, but it's cheaper for students because like in Norway they have like student accommodation as well. So that one is considerably cheaper than if you are trying to just get an accommodation outside. Do you get? Because my 3,750 apartment that I got from student accommodation, I still moved to another apartment. So I've lived in like 3 apartments in Norway, right? My third apartment was also 3,750, but it was privately owned, and I didn't have my own personal bathroom and toilet. It was a flat, and we were like 3 girls in it, or 3 ladies. My bad. And we were all sharing the kitchen and the bathroom and the toilet, and it was the same price as the student accommodation that I had my bathroom and toilet. So in Norway, like student accommodation, you'll find that it's considerably cheaper than if you're trying to get an apartment privately. Yeah. Okay, so is there any other thing I want to say in terms of living expenses? That's really it. So I've talked about rent and I've talked about the day-to-day buying and etc, right? So the next thing I want to talk about in terms of money, I think that's all for money right now. Language. So obviously, as you know, okay, so now I'm not trying to pick sides or anything, or if I prefer Norway, if I prefer UK. I love both countries, all right? I'm not picking any sides. I'm just going to tell you guys like the peculiarities, and you guys can decide by yourself which ones you prefer, if you prefer Norway or if you prefer UK, right? Okay, so for language, obviously you know that in the UK everybody here for the most part largely is English, right? That's the general language. But in Norway, I mean, they speak English, but English is not their first language, it's Norwegian. So that's kind of like already like a dampener for someone that is not a Norwegian originally, because if you're trying to get a job and all these other things, it'll be better for you to just know Norwegian. So that's like an extra work for you to do. So in that regard, for someone that is primarily English speaking, you might want to say like, okay, UK is, you know, kind of better in terms of you know, language for English speaking. So somebody is asking about job opportunities, right? So I can't really speak to student job opportunities like in UK, even though I know that there are job opportunities for students, but I've not tried to apply. I'm not in that space. And this is the reason is because coming to the UK, I was not able to get a student visa because my semester is less than 6 months. So for the UK now, if you're trying to get a visa, even if it's for school, if your tenure or the time that you need to stay in school is less than 6 months, they're not going to give you a student visa. They're going to give you a visiting visa. And if you come on a visiting visa, you're not able to work. So you see why I really wanted my Erasmus grant to cover my rent, because I knew that any money I'm going to pay for feeding and living expenses is out of pocket. So I didn't want to be paying rent from my money. That was why I was really trying to get an accommodation that was considerably cheaper than the others I was seeing. So that's why I cannot really speak. I know that people like work, students work and all that in the UK, but I'm not very familiar, like, because I'm not in that space, so I can't really speak to it and compare it to trying to get a student job in Norway, because I'm not able to get a student job in the UK because of my visa status, right? It's a visiting visa I have because my semester is just 4 months. Do you get? Even though my visa is still longer than that, but it's still a visiting visa, so I'm not able to work or anything. Yeah. Talking is a hassle. Okay, so let me talk about teaching style. I mean, because I mean we're comparing them in terms of student opportunities and, you know, student life. So I mean, we're talking about masters largely. So the teaching style. Now, this one was a bit tricky for me in my mind, because I was trying to ask myself which one do I really prefer, and it's a bit difficult to compare because when I was in Norway, it was still largely in the heat of the COVID period. So our classes were on Zoom, right? And the way they teach abroad, at least compared to Nigerian system, they have seminars here, like for most of your modules. Like, and seminars are like, let's say, let's call them revision classes. Excuse me. Let's call them revision classes, where after they've taught you in class, you have like a seminar on the same for the same course or for the same module, and you guys talk about what you have learned in the class. And it's a regular thing. It's not like you just do revision only when it's time for exam or something, right? And I'll really talk about the seminars. So in Norway was the first time like I knew that people did seminars and stuff. But like in Norway, we didn't even have seminars for all our courses. Like it was just some of the courses that we had seminars for. And also maybe because it was also on Zoom, the seminars were, for some courses, the seminar that we had seminars for, the seminars were great. But for some others, they were not really as great, because sometimes students are not saying anything on Zoom. You know, they're just like quiet, and the lecturer is trying to ask, oh, do you guys have any questions? Okay, and also the way some of the lecturers in Norway handle the seminars, like they just ask you, do you have any questions, or is there anything you want me to explain? And if in like 10-15 minutes, if nobody says anything, we just talk generally and then we end it, and then we don't really get as much, you know, in terms of substance or learning, you know, from that. But it's not the same for all the seminars. I remember one seminar I had last semester for one course. The seminars were very engaging. Like the lecturers already come with a plan of, I think the seminars are better when the lecturer has a plan already. You do get, and they ask you, they engage you, so like you're already engaged, right? But for the UK, right, I think I love the seminars that I've been having here. Like I said, it might also be influenced with the fact that I get to go to class physically, right? As opposed to Norway, where most of my classes were on Zoom. Though next semester, when I'm back to Norway, my classes will be physical, hopefully, if COVID doesn't hit again in another wave. If things continue and steadily just, you know, get better, my classes next semester should be in class in Norway. So I should be able to speak better to this. But like for UK, their seminars are, I love the seminars for my modules, because even if because for this class, some of the classes are so large. No, not all the classes are large, right? But some of the classes, one class I have, where we have the lecture is like a cinema hall. It's bigger than some Nigerian cinemas that I've been to. It's really big, and the lecturer is like down there. Like half the time I'm losing track because my brain is just everywhere. But like when we have a seminar for that class now, and the seminars are not, sometimes some of the seminars are every week for some modules, some are every 2 weeks, and they combine what you have learned. So before the seminar, they will tell you, they'll put on Canvas that, and Canvas is like the platform where we assess our class resources and lecture notes and everything. They put it that this is what you need to do before the next seminar. You have to read this. They put an article or a textbook chapter or something that backs up what you did in class. And then maybe they even put an assignment or something that, okay, in team or in pairs, you're going to work on this or this, that. So the lecturer already has a plan for you. And another thing I love about the seminars that I'm doing in UK is that the people teaching the seminars are different from people teaching the lecture. And I love it, because I think they kind of like look at the strength of the lecturer. Some people can lecture, some people can teach. So those people that kind of know how to teach, they are the ones in the seminar. Like, you know, when you're delivering a lecture, sometimes you just lecture, you know, you just talk. You can answer a few questions here and there. But if you're teaching, you like break it down. And some of those people that are in the seminars, they have like workplace experience, right? Thank you. Yes, don't forget to like. CEO of Comedy, thank you for saying that. Don't forget to like. If you're watching this and you don't like the video, what's the reason? Please like the video, okay? I'm delivering all this content for you guys. Like the video, right? Okay, as I was saying, like the video and subscribe if you're not here and you're not subscribed. Subscribe, okay. Anyway, so like for one of the courses, like, or in fact maybe almost all of them, the person teaching the seminar, they've had work experience, so they've worked in the industry that they are trying to teach you on. So they bring that experience, because some of the lecturers, they've just been in academia all their lives. They've not really worked, right? So these people that teach the seminars, they have worked. At least I know that 2 of them, they mentioned specifically, they talked about their work experience. They have worked. So they bring these issues, they bring videos, they talk about their experiences. Okay, this is what happened when we did this. And they now relate it to what you're doing in class. So it makes absolute sense. Like, okay, let me stop going on and on about these seminars. But yeah, like, it's great. I love their teaching style in this place, right? I love their teaching style. And another thing is, like, I've noticed that the university, they're like so student centered. Like for Newcastle, like here, we have like a university app where you can see your timetables, and that helps because our timetable is not the same every week. And that's very weird because in Norway and in Nigeria, my timetable for school is the same every week. What I have on Monday today is what I have on Monday next week, is what I have on Monday next month. But it's not the same here. And also because the seminars, like, they break you into smaller teams, and they put you in groups. So sometimes one group I meet on Monday, another group I meet on Friday. Do you get? So that kind of like rotates and makes your timetable very flexible and dynamic. Do you get? So you have like on the app now, we have like timetable, we have news and events. There's a campus map there. Like, you can access your library account. You have a personal tutor. You know, I didn't have a personal tutor, but I guess maybe if I needed help, I could have reached out to say that I needed tutoring. But here, they already assign you to a tutor from the beginning, and you're going to meet with a tutor. So they already help you. You get? Like, they are very student-centered in their system. That's what I can see, at least for this school. They are very student-centered. And also, another thing to notice that I'm comparing Newcastle University with University of Stavanger, right? I don't know, University of Oslo or Oslo Met or NTNU, they might have like different system from Stavanger, right? That maybe might be more similar or better, or, you know, more profitable for the students than what the UK does. But like, this is just from University of Stavanger versus Newcastle University, right? So you see, so like, it's just great. I like their teaching system. I like everything. I like how the classes are set up. Unfortunately, like I said, I haven't really gone to so many classes in Norway because of the only class we did in Norway physically was our language class, and that was not even part of like the school curriculum. It was like school offered it, like school offered that course, but it was not like part of your curriculum, and it was optional. You get? And you had to pay for it. So that was one that we did physically, and it was not so, it didn't really give me the full experience. You get? Okay. So another thing that I want to emphasize in terms of how UK is more, what's it called, student centered, the welcome week, guys. Let me first talk about Norway. So when I started my master's, my first year, my first semester, it was in the middle of COVID in 2020. So I was even in Nigeria, right? So the welcome event, we couldn't participate, international students, because we could not enter the country. So I guess people in my set that were, you know, new students at that time, they probably participated, and people that could travel from their country. But I was in Nigeria and I couldn't participate. So I didn't really engage in the welcome week for my resumption year. But if I want to compare it to the welcome week of this year, because before I left because Norway resumes before UK, by the way. Norway resumes in like August. At least University of Stavanger